Hello everybody and welcome back to the Resonant channel. Now this is the first of what might be a few highlights from the recent podcast I did with Sexy Biscuit, the Kingdom Come Deliverance YouTuber. And in today's clip we're going to be talking about some of the leaks, some of the new hidden stuff about an upcoming potential Kingdom Come Deliverance 2. If you want to go and watch the full podcast, make sure you click the link in the description to subscribe to the podcast channel where the video will be up in full, or you can listen to it on Spotify, iTunes, whatever you want. Whatever you listen to your podcasts on, you can do that as well by searching in the Resonant Deep Dive podcast. But without further ado, let's get straight into the video. Wait, I need to ask you about this because obviously everyone knows your channel has been trying to, well, to put it lightly, piss off War Studios. That's basically been the timeline of your channel in the last few weeks. Have you actually, but no one knows the ins and outs, have you actually got any sort of in-depth information or secret stuff from them at all about KCD2? They've slipped up. Is this publicly or in DMs with you?
It's no, not publicly. I can't say any more than that because I can't.
Are you sure you can't say more than that?
Look, for me, if you watched my interviews with Tom McKay, Luke Dell, and Victoria Hogan, in each of those videos, I said, so how's Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 coming? You know, it was a running joke at that point. It's annoying because I want to be able to say stuff, but I need to back it up with evidence. All I can say is, it's obvious. It's so obvious something is in development.
Yeah, definitely.
It's Kingdom Come related.
They have kind of stopped trying to say, they've not said no, and they've kind of been a bit more wink wink sort of thing I've discovered recently.
And I think that's what game companies need to do, because they need to keep people's interest. And I think if you keep saying no, nothing's happening, people are going to get disheartened by it and are going to leave.
Yeah, they need people to stick around just for long enough.
Yeah, it's building up that expectation, it's building up the excitement, and I think with Kingdom Come Deliverance, they should have, and I'm not a PR person, but if I was the PR person, sorry, Sir Toby, love your beard, if I was a PR person, I would have, thrown some small hints or kind of like put up a little picture and there's something hidden in the background, maybe, just something to kind of get YouTubers like me to make investigation videos on.
You've done a couple of them already. Where did this sort of, because you did one about them, the medieval weapon mocap and stuff like that. Where did all that information come from? That
was all from the community. The community found that. I mean, I was very lucky, in the community were like, hey, this has just popped up on their either Twitter or Reddit. And I think that the 1506 thing was probably the biggest thing we ever had for a hint. And that was a whiteboard in the background of one of the pictures of them testing out the new weapons from. So what you're talking about is the mocap. There's two different things.
Oh, okay.
So
it goes
there's
deeper.
It goes a lot deeper. So there's the 1506 whiteboard conspiracy that was this whiteboard in the background of one of their pictures of, I think, some of their kind of like workers or developers in like full bodysuit armor. And if you looked at the background, you could see KCD 1506. And of course,
it's 1504, the original, isn't it? Am I right?
No, 1403.
1403.
Yeah.
Right. So that's okay.
So that's a massive leap.
So it's not a mistake that that's there.
No.
But also, how would that... Yeah. The main... But that's not the story. But
I don't know.
Is Henry 100 years old?
Yes. He went into cryostasis.
So it's not about Henry. But then there was at the end of Kingdom Come, there was a cliffhanger. What is going on?
I know. It's horrible.
Oh, it does go deeper.
It does go so much deeper. So this 1506 thing, I jumped on it. I was like, you know what?
Well,
even if it's wrong, I don't care. I want to make a video and see what Warhorse does.
It's your responsibility, as a YouTuber. You have to do that.
Detective Roxy's always on the case, as I always say. So I made that video, and Warhorse liked it and shared it, which was kind of, back then, that was big, because they hadn't shared anything related to KCD2 at that point. But Toby messaged me, he was like, that's not a thing. And I was like, are you sure? And he was like, Yeah, it's a code we use in development. I was like, right, yeah, sure.
It's the it's actually 6 minutes past 3 in the afternoon where they have their tea break.
Yes, that's what it is. And I was like, I'm on to you. I'm on to you, Toby. Toby is the wiliest man in the world. He's so sneaky, and he always tries to throw you off. And I know you're watching this. just know I'm onto your game. Anyway, the mocap suit thing was, I think it's a German studio or a French. I can't remember. It's been so long. I think it's French, but they made the weapons for the green screen mocap.
Yeah.
And in their Facebook post, they posted, "We can't wait to see these in the next Kingdom Come Deliverance."
Oh.
And like that was big.
Well, that's just confirmation.
Yeah, that is literally confirmation. They knew that this was being used for the next KCD.
Yeah.
I mean, that's obvious. What happened next was they ended up deleting that Facebook post after I'd taken a screenshot of it. Yes, I made a video on it, and then I actually Facebook messaged them, and I said, "So, what do you guys know?" And they were like, Oh, we know nothing. We were just hoping that there's going to be another Kingdom Come. I was like, right, yeah, that makes sense. Because like they made out that their post was translated wrong. No, the rest of that post was in perfect English. There was no translation error there.
Yeah, they came up with a translation error excuse.
Yes. So yeah, I love poking Warhorse with a stick.
I can tell.
I love
and
the
so
studio.
So far it seems like they're taking it pretty well. Do you think they'll ever snap? How far are you going to go until you make them snap?
The only way
you're poking $1 million bear here.
I am. Well, I always say that if you look at my statistics and analytics for Kingdom Come Deliverance, I think I'm over nearly 10 million views of just Kingdom Come Deliverance videos.
Wow, yeah.
So I sold 1 million copies of Kingdom Come Deliverance. You know, I can throw that in their face and be like, I sold multiple millions of copies.
Do you have the receipts of this, or are they just hidden in a cupboard somewhere that you can't show anyone?
I lost them though. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
No, I love Warhorse Studios. I think they're fantastic, and I love working with them when they give me the opportunity to talk about things like the DLC I was told about beforehand, and I knew bits about that, and I had access to that. They gave me some of the DLC for free, which I was very grateful for. Yeah. I think they're a fantastic studio, and they're the most open studio for like community stuff.